Can anyone define indices? Indices tells us what? How many times a number or an algebraic variable is multiplied by itself. Means if x is multiplied to x twice, the power is 2. So the number of times x is multiplied by x is 2. Is that clear to you? Indices tells us the number of times a number or an algebraic unknown is multiplied to itself. Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Write the definition. The number of times a number or an algebraic variable like x. The number of times a number or an algebraic variable is multiplied to itself is called indices. Now if x is multiplied to x twice, the index is 2. Power is 2 square. Index means x, and we read it as x square. It is read as x square. And what if we multiply it thrice? X dot x means x into x into x. In indices, we can use this dot to represent the product. Is that clear to you? And we read it x cube. And if x is multiplied to x, x into x into x, and so on, up to n times, it is equal to x to the power n. So learn this property first of all. The first property of index x into x into x till n times is x to the power n. And in definition, we have discussed the definition, which is very simple, and it is about the natural numbers only. But what if x to the power half is there? Though it cannot be explained using this definition. How will you multiply half times? This x to the power half is there. Why? This is because, look at this. If y square equals to x, it means that y into y is x. Means y when multiplied to y twice, it is equal to x. So if we find the value of y, means what? It means y is multiplied to y half than that in which it is multiplied by y to get y square. Means twice. If y is multiplied to y twice, it gives y square. So if y is multiplied to y half times, it gives y only. Half time to that. Means it will be equal to x to the power half only. If we have y cube equals to x, it means y is multiplied to y thrice, then it is x. So if you multiply only by 1/3 time, it will give y. So it becomes x to the power 1/3 only. So this is the meaning of indices. This is for any index other than the natural number. Y equals to x to the power 1/3. If y raised to the power 4 equals to x, we read this x to the power n as x raised to the power n. X raised to the power n, or y to the power 4 means y raised to the power 4, or in short we can say x to the power 4 only, x to the power n only. So y to the power 4 equals to x, then y equals to what? X to the
X to the power 1 upon 4.
yes. So if y is multiplied to y n times equals to x, it means y to the power n equals to x. And then if we find the value of y, what will be the value of y then?
X to the power 1 upon n.
X to the power 1 upon n.
1 by n. This is the third rule of index. Is that clear to you? If y to the power n equals to x, then y equals to x to the power 1 by n. Is that clear to everyone? The first rule is x when multiplied to x by n times, it is x to the power n. The second rule, this is the second rule, that if y to the power n equals to x, then y equals to x to the power 1 by n. Understood everyone? Written?
No.
Write all these properties and learn them. Then only you will be able to use them to solve the questions. Okay? Third property. If we multiply x to the power m with x to the power n, then what will be the result? Look at this. X to the power m means x into n and so on up to m times. Okay? And when it is multiplied to x into x and so on up to n times, means how many times x reoccurs? If we write them together, x into x and so on up to how many times x is recurring? In first bracket it is recurring m times, in second bracket it is recurring n times. So in all, how many times we have multiplied x with x? Can you tell?
Sir, m plus n times.
Is that clear to everyone or not? For example, if you multiply x into x 3 times, and then x into x 2 times, means first bracket is x cube and the second bracket is x square. So in all, how many times x is there? 3 plus 2, that is x to the power 5. So similar happens if we multiply x m times, and then if you multiply x to n times. So on adding all of them, it gives x to the power m plus n. That's why we say the rule in multiplication of indices, powers are added if the base is same. Is that clear to you everyone?
Yes, sir.
The rule.
Yes.
If bases are same, powers are added to get the product of two indices. Understood? For this, it
Yes, sir.
must be similar. If bases are same, powers are added to find what? Product of two matrices. Is that clear to everyone? Written everyone?
Yes.
Any doubt?
No, sir.
No one has doubt. No one has doubt.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir. Sir, please show the
Okay.
right side part.
So then we write division of x to the power m with x to the power n. So x to the power m means x into x into x. How many times?
M
Sir, m
times.
number.
M means
M
x
times.
into x into x m times. And divide means we can write upon. x into x into x. How many times?
n times.
N times.
N times.
N times. And if m is greater than n, m is greater, n is smaller. So you know that if you divide x to the power 5 by x square, means this x into x into x into x into x is 5 times. Okay. And in denominator it is x into x only 2 times. So these 2 times it will be cancelled out. So only x into x into x, that is x cube remains. So we have to subtract the powers. And similarly in this also, as m is greater, so this x will be cancelled out n times, and remaining m minus x remains in the numerator. Is that clear to you? X into x into x and so on up to m minus n times remains in the numerator. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes.
N excess
Yes, sir.
from the numerator will be cancelled out from n excess at the denominator, and remaining there will be m minus n excess at the numerator. So the numerator becomes x to the power m minus n. Clearly, if bases are same in divisions, to find the quotient, powers are subtracted in division of indices. Is that clear to you? This is same as we have written in this. If bases are same, powers are added to find the product of two matrices. And then what is the rule now? If bases are same, powers are subtracted to find the quotient of two matrices. Okay, is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So write this in your notebook. If bases are same, remember always, this doesn't take place if bases are different. If bases are same, then only this property is used. So if bases are same, to find the quotient of, quotient means the result which is obtained by dividing one by the other. If bases are same, to find the quotient of two indices, what happens? The larger power minus a smaller power means difference of powers forms the new index. Is that clear to you? And this is when m is greater than n. But if sometimes m is less than n, then what happens? We always subtract the smaller from the larger. Means if x to the power m upon x to the power n is there, and if this time if m is less, means power at the numerator is less and power at the denominator is more. So instead of writing x to the power m minus n, we write 1 upon x to the power n minus n. Rule is same. We are finding the difference of power to form the new index. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now what if m equals to n? This is the third case. First case, if m is greater than n, then x to the power m divided by x to the power n is x to the power m minus n. Write this also, okay? And if m is less than n, then x to the power m upon x to the power n is 1 upon x to the power n minus n. Okay? And what if m equals to n? Write it.
So then x to the power m minus n will
Upon
be 0.
x to the power n. And if they are equal, so we can write x to the power m upon x to the power n. And this will be x to the power m minus m. है ना? if they are equal using the first rule, rule number 4. You know that x to the power m divided by x to the power n is x to the power m minus n. Now if we find m minus m is what?
0.
And x to the power m divided by x to the power m. If a number is divided by the same number, what does it give?
X to the power m minus m equals 1.
Arey bhai, x to the power m upon x to the power m. If a is divided,
1.
what will you get?
1. 1.
1.
The number is divided by itself. This x to the power m is divided by x to the power m. Why? And is as in this m equals to n. So 1. This is only the condition. Equals to what? X to the power 0 means this is how we can prove that x to the power 0 equals to 1. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
In
sir.
exams, it is given that prove that x to the power 0 equals to 1. You have to use this method. Understood? Sometimes it is given in the exams. Okay, understood everyone? How to prove x to the power 0 equals to 1?
Yes, understood.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, 1 upon x to the power n equals to what? Now, we know that 1 equals to what? X to the power 0. And in division, powers are subtracted. So we can write x to the power 0 minus n. Means what? X to the power minus n. It means that this is a new rule. 1 by x to the power n equals to x to the power minus n. Understood everyone? Means if power is negative, we can write 1 by x to the power positive power. Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This is how we can prove that x to the power minus n is 1 by x to the power n. Okay. In all these, we have taken the same basis. Sometimes the bases are different, but powers are same. Like this, a to the power m into a to the power n. Then what? Sorry, in this
A whole to the power mn.
these bases are same. Sorry, a to the power m into b to the power m. I'm going to tell you that powers are same, but bases are different. Powers are same, but bases are different. So look at this. A to the power m means a into a into a. How many times? M times. And b to the power m means b into b into b and so on up to m times again. Is that clear to you? Now we can write this a into b into a into b if we make their pairs. This a with this b and they are equal in numbers. So how many pairs will be there?
Sir, m times.
M times means what? AB whole to the power m. Is that clear to you? Means if bases are same and powers are different, if bases are different and powers are same, is that clear to you? If bases are different and powers are same, so they will be multiplied to get the result. Is that clear to you? A to the power m into b to the power m equals to AB whole to the power m. Understood?
Yes, sir.
So this is 7th rule. And 8th rule is about the division of this. Means when bases are different, but powers are same. Again, the similar procedure will be followed. A into a into a. How many times? M times. And in the denominator, b into b into b, how many times? M times. So we can write a by b into a by b into a by b. How many times?
M times.
So it is equal to what?
A upon b to the power n.
A by b whole power m. So whole power m upon whole power m equals to a by b whole power m. Is that clear to you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
a to the power m
Yes, sir.
upon b to the power m equals to a by b whole power m. Understood, everyone?
Yes.
So revise these properties which we have studied till now. X into x into x till n times is x to the power n. And if y square equals to x, y equals to x to the power half. If y cube equals to x, y equals to x to the power 1 by 3. If y to the power 4 equals to x, y equals to x to the power 1 by 4. So if y into y into y n times is x, so means y to the power n equals to x, that is y equals to x to the power 1 by n. And if two indices with same basis but different powers are multiplied, their powers are added to get the product. X to the power m into x to the power n equals to x to the power m plus n. All these properties are very important. So x to the power m divided by x to the power n. So if bases are same and two indices with the different powers are divided, the result is obtained by the difference of these powers. Means larger from the smaller. And though we can write the smaller also from the larger to give the negative power only. Is that clear to you? That will also be not be incorrect. Okay. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
X to the power m upon x to the power n equals to x to the power m divided by x to the power n. That is x to the power m minus n. This we have proved. And it is also equal to 1 upon x to the power n minus n. This we have proved in this. Na? So we can now use in this. Though we have proved this later. That x to the power minus n is 1 upon x to the power n. But now we can use after studying it. Okay. That's why I have used when I have discussed this, I have not written this. But now we all know that if power is negative, we can write the reciprocal to make it positive. So if power is positive, we can again make it reciprocal to make it negative. Okay. Similarly, x to the power m divided by x to the power n is 1 upon x to the power n minus n. We can also write if n is greater, means power at the denominator is greater than the power at the numerator. If they are equal, so it is proving that x to the power 0 equals to 1. 1 upon x to the power n is x to the power minus n. If bases are different and powers are same, so a to the power m into b to the power m equals to ab whole to the power m. If bases are different and powers are same, so the difference is, so the quotient is also obtained by the same method. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Means
Yes,
for
sir.
multiplication and division, these two properties are used, but never use what I'm going to tell. Do you know? A plus b whole to the power m equals to a to the power m plus b to the power m. Never use it. It is not equal to each other. Is that clear to you? You all know that a plus b whole square equals to what? A square
square plus b square plus 2ab.
2ab, and it is not equal to a square plus b square. When we multiply a plus b with a plus b, it will give ab 2 times. Hai na? That's why we have to add 2ab also in this. Similarly, a plus b whole cube is also not equal to a cube plus b cube. So never use it. They are unequal to each other. Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes when I check your notebooks, you are using these types of blunders. So don't do this. Neither in plus nor in minus. It can be used only in multiplication and the division. Understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So the next property, the property number 9 is if a to the power m whole to the power n is there. Okay. It means it is equal to a to the power mn. Means we have to multiply the powers. If power to the power is there. To prove it, if we start with a to the power m whole to the power n, a to the power m means a into a and so on up to how many times? M times whole to the power n. Now we know that this AB whole to the power m equals to A to the power m, B to the power m. Means this property is true from both sides. AB whole to the power m equals to also A to the power m, B to the power m. So if we use this property, so it is A to the power n, A to the power n into A to the power n, m times. Means A to the power n whole to the power n. Or have you understood this? Means one of these properties A to the power n whole to the power m is also there. Okay. Now this A into n. Again we start A to the power m whole to the power n equals to A into A m times whole to the power n. Now we write this bracket A to the power m times A into A m times A into A n times, and continue to write it n times. Means these types of n brackets will be there. So n brackets having m terms each, or if multiply, there will be A into A mn times. So we can say it is equal to A to the power mn. Is that clear to you? So always remember A to the power m whole to the power n is equal to A to the power n whole to the power m equals to A to the power mn. So this is the ninth property. Write this also. So let's now understand how to use this property by discussing the questions given in this assignment. Like question number 1a is 9 to the power 3 by 2. Simplify, we have to find its value. So 9 can be written as 3 square whole to the power 3 by 2. We can write this 9 as 3 square. Now we know that A to the power m whole to the power n, property number 9 na, equals to A to the power mn. So we can write 3 square whole to the power 3 by 2 is 3 to the power 2 into 3 by 2. So these two will be cancelled out. So it is then 3 cube, and we know that 3 cube equals to 3 into 3 into 3. That is 27. Is that clear to everyone? Similarly, we can solve this B also. If it is 8 to the power minus 4 by 3, we write it as 2 cube whole to the power minus 4 by 3. So in power to the power, we have to multiply the powers. So 3 ones are 3, cancel out, it is 2 to the power minus 4. Now if power is negative, so we can write 1 by 2 whole to the power 4, that is 1 by 2 to the power 4 equals to 1 by 16, which is the answer. All these questions are very easy. So draw a line between the page and solve the next. Question number C. But always solve vertically downward direction to solve these questions to avoid any confusion. And if there is a lot of space in your page, you can draw 1 line or 2 column or 3 column to solve the other question. Like this question number C, I think you can solve it. For 243, first find the factors of 243 like this. 3 8s are 24, 3. Then 3 27s are 3 9s are 3 3s are, and finally 3 1s are. So 243 is 3 to the power 5. Then if we write 1 upon 243 whole to the power minus 3 by 5. So first of all, use the property that x to the power n equals to 1 upon x to the power minus n. So the power changes to positive. Then we already have calculated 243 is 3 to the power 5 whole to the power 3 by 5. So it becomes 3 to the power. Powers will be multiplied, which is 3, 5, 5 cancelled out cube, and 3 cube is 27. Similarly, we can solve, this one is D now from the assignment. This is D. Then E. In E, how to solve E? X square whole cube is written as x to the power 6. Then x to the power minus 5 is there. In multiplication, if bases are same, powers are added. So x to the power 6 minus 5. So x to the power 1, that is x only. Is that clear to you? In this, x to the power 7 multiplied by x to the power minus 2 means plus minus 2. Divided by 5 means minus 5. In division, it will be subtracted. So x to the power 7 minus 2 minus 5, that is x to the power 7 minus 7, that is x to the power 0 equals to 1. Is that clear to everyone? Are you getting or not?
Yes, sir. Understood.
Yes,
In
sir.
this, we can write 3 cube into 3 to the power what? 5 we have calculated before. 3 to the power 5 whole to the power minus 3 by 2 into 9 is written as 3 square whole to the power minus 1 by 3. So first we use the property of power to the power in which all the powers will be added. We are this time not solving this question. Okay. We are solving only this. So 3 to the power 3 into 3 to the power 5 to the 10. So minus 5 to the 10 by 3 into 3 to the power 2 and the 2. So minus 2 by 3. Then in multiplications, power will be added. So I am solving it in this. This is I am giving you the hint only. Have you understood? 3 minus 10 by 3 minus 2 by 3. So it is 3 to the power 3 minus 12 by 3, that is minus 4. So 3 to the power minus 1, that is 1 by 3. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Anyone has doubts? Should I solve it again? If you are not getting. Everyone has understood or not? Huh?
Understood.
Sir, understood.
Similarly, you can solve this also. 16 by 81 whole to the power minus 3 by 4. 49 by 9 whole to the power 3 by 2 divided by what? 343 upon 216 whole to the power 2 by 3. Write all of them in indices form. 2 to the power 4 upon 3 to the power 4 whole to the power minus 3 by 4. We can write 2 by 3 whole to the power 4 and whole to the power minus 3 by 4. So it is 2 by 3 whole to the power 4 into minus 3 by 4. Finally, we can write 2 by 3 whole to the power minus 3 when 4 will be cancelled out. 2 by 3 whole to the power minus 3, that is 3 by 2 whole cube. So it is 27 by 8. This is the first term only. So now continue with the other term. 49 means 7 square upon 3 square whole to the power 3 by 2. Finally, 3 will be cancelled out. It will give 7 cube, that is 343 upon 3 cube, that is 27. Is that clear to you? I have written it as hint for you only. And this 7 cancelled out. 7 square, 49 upon 6 square.